Yesterday around 3 o'clock, I was at a coffee shop over in Germantown in Nashville, and I was leaving this coffee shop to go back to my friend's house and took an Uber. The Uber driver, it was the same guy, the same car, the same license plate, everything was fine. It was a nicer, newer car, kind of an SUV. And when I got in the car, I was on the phone with my friend and we were just chatting and nothing was weird. This was a 15-minute Uber ride. And then I hung up with my friend about like 6 minutes later. And at this point I have my AirPods in and I'm like on my phone. We're at a red light and all of a sudden my driver puts his sweatshirt up over his nose. And in front of the center console, I just see what looks to be some gas being released. I remember seeing it just out of my peripheral vision, and I look up and I see it, look at the mirror, and he's looking directly at me with his thing over his nose. I don't breathe for a second because in my brain I'm like, what if I'm about to be drugged? I breathe in the slightest amount, I'm not even kidding, like little breath in, immediately felt tingles all through my body. It literally felt like everything just like everything was slowing down, and it felt like I was about to pass out. It was a sweet scent. I did some research and I'm pretty sure it was chloroform, and thank God the second I felt it, my arms felt limp. I grabbed the door handle, thank God it was unlocked, grabbed my stuff, walked out, ran out of the car pretty much, and the guy was like, what's wrong? Ran to the corner where there was a woman standing there, like she was waiting to cross the street, and I tried to get help. I tried to tell her what happened, to tell somebody what happened, because I literally felt like I was about to pass out, and I couldn't talk. I was like, and I couldn't talk to this woman and tell her what had just happened, and it was so scary. And then immediately then and there, I was like realizing I almost just died. So please, ladies and gentlemen, always keep a window cracked. Always stay on the phone. If you see smoke, don't breathe it in, because I'm pretty sure it was chloroform, and also trafficking is huge and we have to be more careful. I never thought this would ever happen to me, but I'm very, very thankful that I trusted my gut, even for the second that I paused and didn't breathe it in. Like if I hadn't looked up from my phone, that would have been scary.
All right, guys, looks like we got a new protocol for Uber drivers, and I mean a new safety protocol for Uber drivers, because these ninjas they just be doing the most. They can't not like try to kidnap people, apparently, because there's all these things going on. All right, so I mean I was in an Uber ride the other day, and there's an Asian guy, and I rolled my window down, and he rolled it back up, and I was like, I rolled my window back down, and he already had a mask on, but like not saying much, because, Asian folks, I love you, but y'all been rocking masks from like y'all just rock masks. Y'all been rocking masks. Y'all been rocking masks since like the ninja times. Y'all, COVID was like not a thing for you guys. Anyways, maybe, I don't know. So, new protocol for Uber drivers. I would say you get in there, you make sure all the numbers match up, you make sure you got the right license plate, right driver, all that stuff. Everything seems normal. You are still in code yellow, right? As I talk about contacts, rolling risk assessment, tactical positioning, right? So when you're getting in the Uber car, you've got to be thinking about all these things still. You are still in a transitional space, which is where all the attacks happen, right? Transitional spaces. So now you get into the car. My opinion, sit directly behind the driver, because if you need to do something like choke that driver to death or do something to save your life, he is at a position of disadvantage, and when it comes to defending himself, if you are directly behind him, it's menacing. So I would say get directly behind him. Make sure your door stays unlocked at all times. If it starts driving and it locks, just unlock it. Make sure you do have your seatbelt on. Make sure you do share your location with someone, and make sure, apparently now, you also have your window rolled down or cracked, so that even if, and also make sure you have a window breaking tool on you, right? So just some things to think about when you're getting into an Uber, especially if you are a female, an attractive younger female, because you guys are #1 right now in the big game of human trafficking. Byron, Rodgers, just wanted to make this quick tactical protection review because I love you guys, and I really want to, I want the world to become a more non-permissive environment for you people. Man of peace. Join me on the podcast. Let's go.